Hello, viewers. I am coming to you live from episode 61. Actually, it's not live, it's being taped. I could stream. I have the ability to stream, but I've never done it, and it probably wouldn't be too good. The first thing I want to show you today is I worked for a very long time on this last night because I'm kind of anal about it and it really bugged the living crap out of me. But these are the three headquarters right now that have command point penalties, and at one point it was over 200. This total was over 200, 250 or something, and I just kept playing around with it and finding headquarters that were not over their command point limit, and just kept working at it and working at it. And I got it to the point where it's just the Northwest Front, the Southwestern Front, and the 16th Army. I just could not pull it off to bring those three into compliance. I just couldn't do it. Not on this turn. So I played around with that for I'd say about 2 hours last night. I just kept doing it. Just kept moving around the board and kept looking at the ones that were over the command point limit and looking for headquarters that didn't have a lot of units attached to it. And I was able to finally get down to just 3 units, and that's what, 30, 43, 43, 52. So 52 above command point limits right now, and I just don't have any other headquarters that I could get. This is air commands, and I can't use them really. This is an air command as well, and it's just I'm much more comfortable with my units and their command point levels and all that. So, and I also, one of the things I did is I built that up into a guards rifle division. It was 3 airborne brigades, and I decided to build them up because they were right there and very handy. I still have a lot of units attached to Stavka, and I just don't know if that it's possible. I mean, it would take probably 8 hours for me to figure out all the command levels and getting core HQs all tied to front HQs, and then the front HQs go up to Stavka. So I have a lot of core HQs going directly to Stavka, like the 56th Army. And it is what it is. I can't spend that much time on it. I cannot make myself spend that much time. And if somebody comes up, somebody posts on one of my videos and says you're really missing out doing that, you're really screwing up, then I'll probably revisit it. But at this point, I just can't make myself do it. Now this is the Crimean air. Oh, wait a minute. Crimean front. So I do have another front. I'm just wondering. Actually, I'm wondering if I can't use the Crimean front. I could put them. I don't know. I don't know the laws or the rules about the fronts that are headquarters, because all these units outlined in yellow attach up to the Crimean front, and well, I was thinking they did. This one does, but that's just the air command. These say Stavka, but when I have that, they're outlined in yellow. Oh well, to hell with it. I don't care. I think that there might not be that many units attached to the Korean front, to be honest with you. It says 1 of 81, so maybe I can put him up a little closer up here and see how that works. There might be some kind of rule that says it's not supposed to operate outside a certain area that includes the Crimean area, so I might be screwing myself up in that sense. And what army was it that the 16th Army, I believe? Oh, wait a minute. No, the 16th Army's good. It's the 31st Army. Yeah, see, they're way over. But that's way up here in the north. I'm not going to move the Crimean front up there. I'm just not going to do it now. Where the only one down in the south will be the southwestern front. He's at 80-82. And there's a Crimean front right there. If I move him up here and then start, let's just make sure. That's the Southwestern Command. That's the Air Command, damn it. Where's the Southwest? That can get pretty screwy. Southwestern Front, okay. So these units and this one in red are either attached directly to the Southwestern Front or to headquarters that are attached to the Southwestern Front. So we can move these, I guess, to the Crimean Front and see how that works. Or Crimea Front. I've been saying Crimean Front, but it's Crimea Front. Not that it makes that much of a difference. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And that group was also, I guess the 38th Army is attached to the Southwestern Front. So that will probably alleviate. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the hell? You see, my admin points are very, very, very low. And I can't do too much more movement, to be honest, because it still says 97 of 81. But now these units at war, oh hell. I don't know. Well, to hell with it. That awesome plan didn't work out good at all. Didn't work out well at all. So let's see if we can't actually perform our turn. See, this guy's way down here out of command range. He really needs an HQ down here somewhere, but damn. Okay. It's a little more like it. There we go. Let's see. That's my units. And I had a reserve. Any hell, damn you. I had a reserve. Well, I've had some reserves, as you can see, the R are, a route, are actually taking part. And I think you're going to see that more often now that I have my command points relatively under control. I don't quite have them completely under control yet, but I do have it relatively under control. So hopefully we'll see a lot more of that. He's going to hold. Bastard. Who told you you could hold? And I'm starting to do my plan as I was. Don't tell me these guys are holding. All of them are going to hold. Come on, man. 16th Reserve Artillery. I didn't see. And it's not worth it to go back and look, to be honest. This little line is pretty powerful. Oh well, that's not what I want. Look at this guy. He's dead. We left that poor schmuck out there in the middle of nowhere. That should have been a rout. I mean, I'm just saying that. I don't know that it should be. It should be. I mean, I'm just talking. Let's go. Let's get them. 16,000 men. Get the hell out of there. Oh, they held. Well, look at here. Sometimes that little icon doesn't come up. You know what? I am going to build these units up. Oh, I need 20. That's what happens when you run out of. One of the things that happens when you run out of admin points. I want to go ahead and see if I can't make this guy rout. I did. He did. So anyway, that's how I spent my night. Yeah, I didn't spend the whole night doing that because you got to do, you can't do the one thing for 4 or 5 straight hours. I mean, well, I say that, but I say that famous last words. I've actually done that many times in my life where I've actually played a game for 4 or 5 straight hours or even longer if I like it. Sometimes you get one of those games where you're really liking it so much, and some of the AJOC games have been like that for me, where you just want to keep playing one more turn, and before you know it, it's 2 in the freaking morning, and you're thinking, if you're like me, you have a hard time getting up in the morning, and you're thinking, why did I do this to myself? I really screwed myself up, because you're going to be sitting at your desk or whatever your job is, tired as hell, wishing you hadn't done it, and then the next day after you've done work, you go home and you end up falling asleep at 8 o'clock or so, or you fall asleep sitting in your chair, because that's happened to me many times. A lot of times when I'm watching football, that happens actually. When it's not a team I like, or that I'm really pulling for. American football. Although I've played a little soccer, a little European football. I've done that. I was a little bitty guy in high school. Well, I wasn't that little, but I wasn't big enough to play football. clobbered if he goes that up there. Oops. There you go. I'm pushing them back up here. It's funny now. The north's starting to look like. Wait a minute. Let's move these guys up. One of them's the headquarters. So I've seen the reserves take part in my battles about 5 or 6 times. That's up. That's a little bit up. Oh, nice. I wasn't expecting a retreat there, so I was talking and not paying attention. They got some pretty good entrenchment levels up here, though. Let's see. No. And then let's bring another one up and put him on reserve as well. And then let's see what happens. Maybe that yellow. Well, the yellow means they're all in your division or what. Ooh, 2 reserves. Now that's pretty freaking awesome. Look at that. I finally was able to move some of those guys out of there. I can get somebody there. I don't know how long he'll stay. Shoot. I don't want my... There we go. Let's get him around here. I can't get... I can only get one of these weaker units in there. I got a feeling they're going to get clobbered. If he can stay there, which I'm not saying he's going to, then next turn we'll be able to get, maybe we'll be able to get some pressure on 20. This guy, not 20, but a 20 power stack. Reserve, and once we hit June, I can make rifle core and then really start stacking the power in, hopefully. Of course, they probably can start doing something similar, so it probably won't help me as much as I'm hoping it will. I'm getting a lot more reserves committed, though. I think that is helping me out a lot, to be honest with you. Man, if I could get him to move back, but I can't. Oh well. I don't think their entrenchment is in some of these places as good as they would hope it to be. I've been whittling down their entrenchment. Like I said, I think it's cumulative to keep attacking them and getting their entrenchment levels down. Because I'm seeing a lot of reduced to zeros. That I think that's going to help. the long run, if I could get a lot of them to say reduce to 0, they start moving. So we're going to keep pushing. He's reduced. Do I want to move that? They'll get clobbered. What is this? And then maybe this 5. Yeah. And this is a 9. I don't know about that 9. It's possible. We'll move that guy up there as well. Probably be regretting this. See, the fort and the defender. The fort has to be reduced to 0, and the defender has to. I mean, I think you can make them retreat even if it's not to 0, but the closer you get both of them to 0, the better your odds will be in winning a battle, pushing them back. See, that's yes. I think we're starting to see it. I know they're still strong. I'm not being too overly optimistic, but I know they're still strong. But I'm getting a lot of reserves entering it. The 413th Reserve Rifle Division just got into that battle. So I think we might. This is the kind of stuff that you want to see. I'm starting to push them back in many different areas. Oh, another reserve. If I just had if I just had that where I was able to, of course, even in June, I'm not going to have the admin points to do too many of them. I'm going to have to let that build up or use them as I get closer. Maybe 1 or 2 per turn, but that is very encouraging. I had to do it though. I had to use up those admin points and build up some HQ units to so that I could get all of these under their command point limit. Oh crap. Well, that looked pretty bad. Oh, that's the one I built. Move him up. These are all 1s. I can move these guys up. That was a bad decision. I shouldn't have attacked there. These are the big line that I mean, there's some pretty strong units down here. I'm going to have to attack them at some point, but I can't be nervous. I can't be cautious, because if I'm cautious, I'll lose. Cautious will lose this game for me. Being cautious, too cautious. I have to be bold in my movements. or if not bold, at least decisive when I need to be, and very strong even when I can't be decisive. At least be strong and really I'm really thinking down here is going to be a great opportunity. Second Guards Cavalry. There it is right there. That's a mine. We didn't win, but I'm very encouraged with the amount of reserves I see being sent. That's a core. He's in reserve. Okay. And these... Where is this? This is the 3rd Guards Army. And these 2 units should not be under the 3rd Guards Army. But there's really... not much I can do there, though, with them, to be honest. That's the one. No. Yeah. Yeah, I'm right. I really don't like these guys being so close to the front line, to be honest with you. You almost have to leave them there, though. See, if I pull them too far out, they can't command. And of course, this guy is. Where's the 2nd Guards Army? So that's the 2nd Guards Army. No, that's the 3rd Guards Army. My bad. So we'll put him in the 56th. Oh crap, I keep using admin points doing this. But you have to do it. You have to do it. If you don't do it, you're going to lose. And I know that the manual says you have to kind of balance building units with moving units up to the front or building new units and forming, building up units and attaching units to the correct HQ and all that. And it's a huge balancing move because you remember I was sitting at right at 500 almost for 8 or 9 turns at least. So we're still in kind of a mode where we don't quite have everything in place that we want, but we are getting there. And I think if I keep pushing these guys back, it's gonna be really good. I need to start saving my admin points so I can build up these rifle divisions into rifle corps. So anyway, if you've lasted this long, you should be seeing things get even more interesting, if you ask me. Especially, well, from my side, it's definitely getting interesting. I don't know from your side if it is or not, but like if I could build that up, that would be 1 unit at 7. Then I could put, maybe another 6 power on top of it. That would be 13. And then another 6 or 7 power unit on top of it. That would be 21. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Anyway, I'm at my 30-minute limit, and I will Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.